to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 7. Play action. Haskins going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Bills. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he finds Tyler Kroft. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. The 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. We'll see if they can avoid doing it here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on first down. It's Peterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Complete to Cody Latimer.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
For Jeremy Sprinkle, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
32. That's the end of the...
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far.
This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Haskins looking middle, and that's complete.
Haskins.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22.
But it brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Open man is Quinn, able to connect.
Haskins pass.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's on the keeper. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Haskins.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
To Trey Quinn.
Trey Quinn there to make the grab.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Washington. They'll take over.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one, One of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. A running play on 1st down, and it turns in.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's McKissick.
J.D. McKissick, the Washington ball carrier, brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
It's a pickup of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
He tackled at the 34-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Again, Peterson. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The kick is good.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Carry number 20 now for Peterson.
Today's finals: Washington 32, Bills 29.